Hey, I'm Ray from Ahimsa House. Today I'm guiding you through a hands-free heart opening practice. Heart opening sounds pretty hilariously morbid, but it's just a simplified way of expressing the physical stretching and strengthening across the chest and shoulders and focusing on energizing our emotional competence as well. Since this is a hands-free practice, we won't be bearing any weight in our hands or arms, but we will be moving the arms and shoulders. So let's start at the top of the mat in mountain, bringing focus to the breath. Maybe a hand comes to the chest, one to the belly, feeling your body breathing, engaging ujjayi breath if it feels good. That audible breath sounds almost like you're sighing, but with the mouth closed. To incorporate the emotional practice, let's focus on a specific intention for this sequence. I am worthy of love. Inhale to arch back, arms wide, stretch across the chest like a standing cow pose. Exhale, round forward, stretching across the back in a standing cat pose. Let your breath lead this movement. Bend into the knees if that feels right. Inhale to arch back. Exhale to round forward. Maybe repeating the intention to yourself as you move. I am worthy of love. Warming and loosening up in the front side body, in the back side body. And as you're ready, coming to some stillness in that mountain pose. Inhale, hands high overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hinging at the hips into Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift, reaching along in the spine. Exhale to fold again. Inhale, Utkatasana, fingers reach overhead as you bend into the knees and sink low. Connect to feeling fierce here. Exhale to bring the hands down behind you, interlocking the fingers at the tailbone. Inhale to lengthen the spine, tucking the lower ribs, dropping the tailbone. If this bind doesn't feel right for you, place your hands at your hips and squeeze the shoulder blades back behind you. Exhale to fold over the thighs, hang the head, reach the hands as high as you enjoy. Maybe starting to straighten out the legs if that feels good in the hamstrings. Inhale, half lift, release the bind in your hands. Exhale, fold. Tell yourself again, I am worthy of love. Let's match breath to movement. Inhale, upward salute, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, dive into that forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, folding again. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, find your bind. Inhaling for length. Exhale, folding over the thighs, stretching out across the shoulders. Inhale, half lift, release your bind. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, dive it down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, bind. Inhale for length and exhale to fold. Stretch it out in the arms. Inhale, half lift, release your bind. Exhale, folding into Uttanasana. Taking this on your own, and as you move, maybe repeating that affirmation. I am worthy of love. Feeling that in your body as you move. taking it as slow as you need to. As you're ready, coming to that Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Exhale to take a step back with the left foot. Heel spins flat at about a 45-degree angle. Inhale into Warrior One. Hands lift as you bend 90 degrees in that right knee. Exhale to bring the hands down and find a bind behind you. We have a few different options for pyramid pose. Grabbing opposite elbows as we fold over that straight front leg. Bringing the fingers to interlace at the tailbone as we fold. Hinging at those hips, working to square them off with the front of the mat. Or hands at the hips. Inhale to lift halfway, releasing the bind that you've got. And exhale into triangle. Opening up to the left. Let's find a half wrap with our left arm, reaching it behind for the right thigh. Inhale to reverse triangle, bending into the knee as deeply as you need. Reaching for that side body stretch. Exhale to cartwheel the hands and step up to mountain. Let's take this to the other side. Exhale, step it back. Inhale. Warrior One, find that heel spun flat and find some length. Exhale, find your bind for your pyramid pose. Straighten that front leg and hinge at those hips. Hang it heavy. Inhale to release the bind in a half lift. Exhale to open up to triangle. Reach that right arm back, this time for the half wrap. Inhale, reverse triangle, bending into the knee to push up and then straighten it once you're up there. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, step it up into mountain pose. Let's take this one breath per movement. Exhale to step the left foot back. Inhale, Warrior One. Exhale, find your bind. Inhale to straighten that leg. Exhale to hinge forward. Inhale, half lift, release that bind. Exhale to open into that triangle with a half wrap. Inhale, reverse warrior, reaching high. Exhale, stepping it up, Tadasana. Take a step back on your next exhale. Inhale, Warrior One. Exhale, find your bind. Inhale, straighten the leg and exhale to fold. Inhale, release the bind in a half lift. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, step it up, Tadasana. Take this on your own, flowing to your own breath. And as you move, repeating that loving affirmation to yourself. I am worthy of love. Say this to yourself with each movement. Say it with every breath. Making sure to flow through both sides equally, balancing out each side of yourself. And when you're ready, let's meet in a mountain pose, but take your time. Once you're there, reconnect to your breath and where you are in your body and in space. Holding fast to our intention as we move into our next sequence, playing with balance. Exhale, take a step back into a high lunge. There's a few options for our bind here, either with fingers interlaced, grabbing opposite elbows, or playing with a reverse Anjali Mudra if that feels right in your wrists. find your bind. Give yourself time to play around with it. Exhale, folding forward, shooting forward into warrior 3, kicking that back foot up off the ground, reaching through the heel and the crown of the head. Exhale to step back. Release your bind and step back into mountain pose. Let's take this on the other side. Exhale, step back. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, find the bind that feels right for you. And then take flight in warrior 3. Flex those toes, squeeze the inner thighs together, not letting the legs splay open. Exhale, step back down and step it into mountain pose. Let's go ahead and do this once more. Exhale, step it back into that high lunge. Inhale, reach. Exhale, find your bind. Inhale, take flight. Warrior 3. Hold it steady in your core and glute. And then step the feet together nice and slow. Other side. Exhale, step back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, find your bind. Inhale for flight. Reaching long in both directions from the heel to the crown of the head. Exhale, slowly step the feet together. Release the bind. Tadasana. For our next sequence, we are going to be playing around on the floor. So whatever you need to do, let's get down on our mat, on our bellies. Bringing the hands just under the shoulders, take the left cheek to the mat. Inhale for a baby cobra. Float the hands, no pressure in the wrists. Come a little bit higher. Exhale down, right cheek to the mat this time. Inhaling back into that baby cobra. Exhale, reach the hands overhead. Inhale, squeeze them back, reach up. Exhale to the mat. Left cheek down. Bring the hands by the hips, preparing for locust. And on an inhale, squeeze the feet and the shoulders up. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Lift a little bit higher. Exhale, take it back down to the mat. Right cheek down. And let's flip over to our backs. Bringing the feet behind the hips. And then let's take it into waterfall. The feet come up, flexing like we're holding up the ceiling. Legs straight if it feels right, or bending through the knees. You can bring your hands just under your sacrum, under your hip bones for more support if you'd like. Relaxing the shoulders, anchoring in. When you're ready, go ahead and bring your knees to your chest. Wrap your arms around, give yourself a big hug, maybe forehead comes to the knees. And then slowly take it down, all the way to the mat, preparing for Shavasana. In Shavasana, we spend at least a couple minutes with ourselves in stillness, in silence. So we want to get comfortable enough to dedicate ourselves, to commit ourselves to that quiet, to that stillness. Noticing all those points of tension in your body that you're still holding on to. Closing the eyes, releasing control of the breath. And trust that I will be here on the other side to wake you up. To begin to reanimate, take it slow. Start by wiggling the fingers, the toes, roll out the wrists and the ankles, roll your head to one side and then the other. Inhale to take a big wake up stretch, reaching your fingers overhead, pointing your toes. Exhale to bring the knees into the chest, wrap your arms around, turtling up, and then roll onto one side or the other into a fetal position. Enjoying a moment here, maybe noticing a sense of renewal, noticing a sense of self-love. When you're ready, coming into that easy seat, thanking yourself for showing up today, showing yourself some love with this healthy movement. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you for joining me.